Hello, it's Doug, and today I'm going to be looking at the Fuji Instax Mini 8 Polaroid camera. The camera's great. It's something that I think a lot of people should own if they love to take photos, and in such a fancy way too. Okay, so the camera that I have is blue, and you can get the camera in a range of different colours, from black to white and all the way through different pastel colours also, such as pink, yellow and the blue that I also own, and many others. The camera also comes with a range of settings. These settings will affect the overall outcome of the Polaroid you take. Depending on the lighting and where you take it, you will need to select one of these settings in order to make the quality of the Polaroid good. Here I'll be showing you an example of what setting to use and in this particular lighting. So as you can see, the icon that is lighting up is the home icon. This means that the camera thinks that the lighting suited is best for that icon. But because I'm outside, I feel that the cloud icon would be much more suited. So that's what I'll be taking for this photo as an example. The great thing about Fuji Instax Mini 8 cameras is that they print out instantly. That's what they're for, and that's what makes them so unique. Like I said before, the Fuji Instax Mini 8 camera comes with a range of settings. You always need to make sure that you select the correct setting for each photo you take. In this case, the lighting's still the same. So even though it says the house icon, I'm still going to be using the cloud icon. And I'll be showing you another example right now. I know that me saying use the cloud icon for the house icon might be a bit confusing if that's what it's recommending. But sometimes the camera, because of the lighting, thinks it's inside, and you've just got to use your initiative and go with what you think the best lighting would be. As you can see, I've just took another photo and I'll be showing you the outcome of these pictures next. These are the pictures that have just been taken from the two examples. As you can see, this one on the right looks fine, the colours came out pretty nice, and same goes with the one on the left. The colours came out pretty nice, doesn't look too overexposed. And there's a problem, you can get lots of problems by not using the right setting, and I think that the right settings were used in this occasion. I've owned the Fuji Instax Mini 8 camera for just over a month now, and I've took a fair amount of photos. In that time I was able to learn a couple of tips. In these photos that you can see now, I've only used the house icon, and as you can see I'm also outside in these pictures. The backgrounds came out really dark, and that's where I learned the tip to use the cloud icon in situations where I'm actually outside, even though the camera suggested me to use the house icon. For this next picture, you can see that I've obviously used a different setting. It looks much brighter and the colours look much nicer. Compared to the other photo that was taken with the house icon, you can clearly see that it's much darker in the background, and I'd prefer it to be much more colourful. As you can see with this image also, the colours look much better than the ones taken with the house icon. So always consider the setting you use, and in my case I think outside you should always just stop and just think, oh well, this house icon's just bullshit me here, isn't it? As well as considering the appropriate setting for a Polaroid picture, you also need to consider two other things that I think are important, and luckily I was able to find out before I even tried one of these. So firstly, don't take mirror selfies with a Polaroid camera. As you can see, there's a huge flash on the top left corner of the Polaroid camera. Doing so will result in just a blank and white Polaroid, or even so, just a really bright one. You wouldn't be able to figure out what's actually going on in the picture. Another thing would be that whenever you take pictures of the sun, it will always come out black with a Polaroid camera. Unless this is what you like, then go ahead, take a picture of it. But for those of you who did not know this, taking a picture of the sun with a Polaroid camera will always be black. If it's in the background and you don't want it to, then make sure that you're facing another direction. Another thing to consider about the Fuji Instax Mini 8 camera is that it can only hold 10 film at a time. After this 10 film runs out, you will need to change the cartridge and add another 10. And as you can see, I only have 2 left. When using a Fuji Instax Mini 8 camera, another thing to consider would be the film. The film can be very pricey. When you first buy a Fuji Instax Mini 8 camera, it may give you the offer of 10 free film, depending on where you got it from. After you've used that film, you will then need to purchase more. These can be very, very pricey, depending on where you buy it from. If you're looking on eBay, you may be able to get a good deal, but looking on Amazon right now, you're probably going to be ending up paying £10 for 10 or £15 for 20. And in my case, I think going with the 20 film for just £15 would be a better deal considering the price. But in the end of the day, that's a lot of money just for some film. Because of the quality of the camera and what it can do, I think it's very much worth it. You are getting instant pictures wherever you go, and it's a good way of holding memories, like, physically. And I believe that you'd be getting more out of your money in the long run. Although it might be pricey when buying film, it might not also be that bad, depending on how you use that film. If you intend to take a lot of pictures, then you will be spending a lot of money. But in my case, I'm only going to be using film at special events and occasions. Doing so will make sure that I'm also saving money. And that is a great way in which you should use your film also, and able to save money and spend less. The place that I bought my Fuji Instax Mini camera from was Curry's, simply because of the price. They had it at £59, to whereas other places such as Amazon and Urban Outfitters had it at £75, and that didn't even include the 10 shop bundle. So in my opinion, Curry's was the cheapest out of them all. And then as you can see from Amazon, they've crossed it down from 75 to 64, and on Urban Outfitters they're now at 79, which is even much more expensive, and it's just not worth it when you can find deals like that at Curry's. Thanks for watching this review on the Fuji Instax Mini 8 camera. I hope that after looking at this video and taking away some tips that I've given you, you were able to make a decision on whether this camera would be for you. In my opinion, I believe that this is a great camera. You're able to take physical, instant pictures on the spot, and to me that's amazing. And I for a person who loves photography, I'm probably never going to stop using this until, like, I don't know, the film starts getting too expensive or something. But the pictures are great if you're taking the pictures at an appropriate quality, and you'll get a good result. So in my opinion, it's just really worth it, and I think you should go for it if you're interested. In that case, thanks for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe to see more. Leave a comment and let us know what you think I should improve or what I should do a review on next. Bye.